Hello there, guys. Welcome to the Meet Damien channel. I am Damien, and today we're going to be talking about Bitcoin. Bitcoin making a new all-time high of about 72,000. It got up to 73,000 earlier today, and congratulations to all the Bitcoin investors out there. In this stream, we're going to be talking about Bitcoin, but we're also going to be talking about the altcoins as well. We're going to be talking about Ether and some of the other altcoins that have that done very well over the past week now. And yeah, later on in the stream, we're also going to be doing a Q&A. We're going to do questions. If you guys have questions, we will be answering those questions. Save it towards the end of the stream. I'll let you guys know when we're doing the Q&A. But before I get started here, let's just I got this bottle right here, this bottle of Prosecco. And we're gonna celebrate Bitcoin going to all-time highs. We're gonna celebrate Bitcoin going into price discovery mode. Okay, guys. I will talk about what price discovery mode is and pretty much what that means and what that can what that can do for Bitcoin and what it's done in the past. We'll be doing Fibonacci extension levels on the chart. We're going to be analyzing some charts here, but yeah, let's do a toast here, guys, to Bitcoin. All-time highs. New all-time highs, $73,000. Okay. And yeah. I hope you guys are able to grab a glass for yourselves. Okay. You guys should be celebrating. Don't be afraid. Don't be ashamed of being successful with Bitcoin and crypto. Okay. You guys have earned it all throughout the bear market here. Okay. You guys have stuck it through without selling, and now we can go ahead and sell this Bitcoin at higher prices. So yeah, let me pop this bottle off here, guys. Okay. Yeah, baby. Bitcoin, all-time highs. Here we go. Nice and chilled. Ooh. Wow. Congratulations to anybody that's been in Bitcoin or cryptocurrencies this past year. We're just getting started. Price discovery mode is a pretty big deal. Okay. What it means is that we're in uncharted territory here. Okay. We're going to see Bitcoin probably go to higher prices. And I'm just going to currently show you guys here what's going on in the market. Last time Bitcoin actually went to price discovery mode was back in 2021, back in 2020. Okay, in 2020, Bitcoin went past 19,800 some odd dollars. Okay, and what it ended up doing is it could continue going to like $69,000 by like November of 2021. So we still have probably about a year left of Bitcoin doing some amazing things. But to go from like 19,000 up to like $69,000, that was like almost like a 3x. So I mean, right now Bitcoin, you can see right now the Bitcoin price is $72,360. Okay. And what does that mean? If we do what we did back in 2021 and 2020, Bitcoin could triple in price. We could see a Bitcoin price of about what, $210,000. A lot of people have been analyzing Bitcoin, saying it could get up to like 200 grand. That might happen later on this year. It might happen going into next year in 2025. So Bitcoin's in price discovery mode. Okay. And if we look at Ethereum over here, Ethereum is not in price discovery mode. Ethereum has to get back up to like $4,800 for it to enter into price discovery mode. Okay. And what price discovery mode is, if you guys are just joining the stream right now, it's just uncharted territory. There's really no resistance levels. We really don't know where Bitcoin is going to go next. We can only look at history and know that Bitcoin has tripled in price last time it did a price discovery mode. But just going back into Ethereum, Ethereum will get in a price discovery mode when it gets up to $4,800. Solana over here, Solana made it up to like $260 back in 2021. That one is going to go into price discovery mode once it gets up to $260. I don't know off the top of my head. I believe XRP was like $3.50. Maybe somebody in the chat can like correct me. But XRP has a long way to go for it to go into price discovery mode. Cardano, I don't know off the top of my head. I'll have to look at the chart. But Cardano is also pretty far off on price discovery mode or its all-time high. And that's not necessarily bad news. These altcoins, with them being not close to their all-time highs, that means they can go back to their all-time highs and maybe double or triple or whatever they need to do to get to back to all-time highs. But with Bitcoin being at all-time highs itself and going up to higher prices, these altcoins are going to follow and try to play catch up with Bitcoin. So I'm going to say like right now that today, all right, this past week marks the beginning of what we call altcoin season in cryptocurrency world, which means that all these altcoins, which are altcoins are like other coins besides Bitcoin. So any coin besides Bitcoin is considered an altcoin. All these other coins, these altcoins, they're going to try to catch up to Bitcoin. And by them trying to catch up, there's going to be some sick gains to be made with some of these coins. And you can see that, like, if you look at the, coinmarketcap.com, you can see like Dogecoin and Shiba Inu and Avalanche, Polkadot, Chainlink. These coins, if you look at the last 7 days, I'm going to click this tab right here. You can see in the last 7 days, Shiba Inu and the rest of them are not even on here, but like in the last 7 days, you have this altcoin called Floki that's up 85%. Whoever bought Floki about a week ago pretty much almost doubled their money already. Okay, another coin, Thorchain. That coin is up 76%. Gala up 59%. Render up 54%. And this is the last 7 days, guys. Okay, this is not today. Some of these coins, in the last 24 hours, Thorchain did 17%. Fetch AI is not really doing much right now. And that's because it did a lot these last 7 days. So it's taking a breather. So, Fetch AI up 54% in the last 7 days. Near Protocol up 52% in the last 7 days. Theta 47%, Ash Network 41%. I mean, where can you guys see that in the stock market? If you guys can just tell me, where can you guys see these kind of gains in like 7 days in 1 week? You got these coins that are going up, 40% or more. Hey Georgie, I see you. Hey Darren, what's up? I see you guys. I see some guys here in the chat, in the live chat. It's good to see you guys here. Right now, I'm sipping on some champagne because it's been a great day, a great day, great week, great month, a great past year for cryptocurrency investors and Bitcoin, leading the way, leading the pack. Hey Georgie, I see that you joined the live stream a little bit later than when it started. What I said earlier was we're going to talk about these altcoins here, and I'm going to do like a Q&A later on in the video. But because you already put in a request for Bonk, we're going to talk about Bonk. Okay, we're going to talk about Bonk. Now, I guess that would be like the first question. But if anybody else wants to, go over a specific altcoin, go ahead and tell me what altcoin you want me to talk about here. Okay. But going back, going back to Bitcoin here, because Bitcoin is having a special day here. We'll just look at the news article for those who haven't read the news yet or haven't been keeping up with the news. But Bitcoin has rose to another record, and it says that Ether has broken $4,000. This is on CNBC, the business news channel. They're saying that the price of Bitcoin got up to about $72,000, according to Coinmetrics. It reached up to about $72,750 earlier today. Some people might have said that they've seen it at a higher price. This is just based on when they come out with these prices. This is using a bunch of exchanges, because there's different prices for different exchanges all throughout the world for Bitcoin. They take the average of the last 5 or the highest 5 or the highest 10, and they come out with these prices, and that's what Coinmetrics is using here. So $72,750 all across the world. Bitcoin is doing big things, guys. Doing big things, okay? And if you look at this chart here, this is what Bitcoin did in the last day, okay? But the last 5 days, it's been going up. The last 3 months, everybody wishes they could have bought Bitcoin at $42,000. You might have heard me and some of your friends talk about Bitcoin, and hey, you guys got to get in. And now here we are sitting at $72,000. And this thing is just getting started, guys. It's just getting started, okay? Because what we have going next for Bitcoin is we have the halving coming up in April. They're saying somewhere around April 19th. I like to think it's going to be 420 for Bitcoin. But yeah, they're estimating right now that the Bitcoin halving could possibly send Bitcoin to higher prices around April of coming up next month. Okay, Bitcoin doing big things. Now, I'm going to move on to a Q&A here, guys, because Georgie over here asked about Bonk coin, okay? Let's take a look at Bonk, okay? I'm just going to show you over here on coinmarketcap.com, okay? If you type in Bonk, okay? It's a number 62 coin. And yeah, let's see what Bonk is doing here. Okay, I got the Bonk chart up here. Hopefully you guys can see that. Okay, and Bonk over the last month. Wow, look at that, guys. All right, Bonk. I'm not even going to use the decimal point. We're just going to say it was at 1328. Okay, and now Bonk is at 3100. Okay, so basically Bonk has tripled in price in the last month. Okay, it really hasn't really done much over the last year. Okay, it was at a low price of about 1900, 2000, but now it's trading at 3100. But anybody who got into Bonk roughly about a month ago, I mean, they're saying some sick gains. Look at that. Look at that gain, 147% in 1 month. Okay. What is Bonk? For those who don't know, Bonk is just a cryptocurrency, what they call a meme coin. Okay, I can click on the About section over here, and it tells you what Bonk is about. Okay, and it just says here, I can read it word for word, but it's very similar. They say to Shiba Inu and Dogecoin. It was launched on December 25th of 2022. And it led an increase in the price of the SOL token at the time. I mean, you guys can go on to like I said, this website coinmarketcap.com to gather your information about these altcoins. But let's get into the price chart for Bonk. Okay, let's see how far Bonk could possibly go using what we call some Fibonacci extensions. Okay, we're gonna do some little education here, guys. So I'm gonna go in here to this is TradingView, okay, and we're gonna look up Bonk. Looks like we got Bonk USD on Coinbase, the Coinbase exchange, and let's see what we have for a chart here. I'm gonna get rid of these orange and green lines. That's the pi cycle top indicator. We don't really need that right now. We can always get it back later if we need to. That's supposed to be used for Bitcoin specifically. But anyways, I just want to clean up the chart here. And you can see this is the 1 hour chart. Let me move over here to the 1 day chart, the daily chart here. Oh man, that's a crazy looking chart right there. It's got like a U shape. Okay. Looks like Bonk started trading on Coinbase in December of 2023. So it's a relatively new coin, but we can still use some of this data to come up with where we might think Bonk might go next. Okay. And I'm going to use this thing called, like I said, the Fibonacci extension. Okay. And what we do is we measure the move from the impulse. Okay. The impulse candle right here. And we go to the top of the impulse move, which looks like it's right over there. And then we come back down to basically the low of the last corrective move that it made. And that spits out this little rainbow chart here. Okay. Hopefully you guys are able to see that. Let me just double check. Yep, you guys see that. And this gives us some levels to work with. Professional traders, if they're going to trade Bonk, they're going to look at this chart right here, and they're going to see that, they got some Fibonacci extension levels here to work off of. Okay. Let me just try to zoom in a little bit here myself. Okay. So we have, looks like we could have the 0.786 level here, price target of 5,520. Okay. For Bonk. And I'm saying 5,520. I know it's a decimal. It's like 0.00005520. Okay. But some other levels that the Bonk could possibly go to, Georgie, okay, George, is it could possibly get up to the 1.382 level, which is a Bonk price of about 7,642. Then it could possibly go up to the next level here at 8482 on Bonk. Okay. These other levels here, it could possibly get even more ridiculous, where you might see Bonk go up to 98.43 and then possibly 17,805. Okay. I would say, like, Bonk could possibly double, triple from here at this price. It's at, currently trading at 3,057. And, I think the next fib node level that it's going to have to go to is the 1.382. And that's trading at 0.00007642. Hope that answers your question there, George. Does anybody else in the live stream have another altcoin that they would like to talk about here? Because I'm going to move on to Ethereum if I don't have any requests. Okay, I'll give you guys, if you guys can go in the live chat and just tell me what's your favorite altcoin, and I can go ahead and put that as the next one to talk about. But for now, we're going to move on to Ethereum and see what Ethereum could possibly do if Ethereum decides to catch up to its all-time high, and then how far could it possibly go after that. Okay, so here we are looking at Ethereum's chart. And this right here is the Fibonacci retracement level. Right now, Ethereum is contending up against the 0.786 level at $4,009. Right now, Ethereum is currently trading at $4,075. The next level that Ethereum would go to is its all-time high here of $4,800. Okay, but if Ethereum goes past the all-time of $4,800, then the next level we might see a little bit of resistance at is going to be the 1.618 level here at $7,333.48. Okay, that's almost close to doubling of the price that it's at right now. And if Ethereum can get past $7,300, then it might see some more resistance here at the 2.618 Fibonacci extension level. And that right there is about $11,328 is where we might see Ethereum go next after it goes past 4,800, 7,000. Looks like $11,000 would be the next level that Ethereum would like to go to before, professional traders start taking profit on their Ethereum trades. Okay. Champagne's good, guys. You guys should be celebrating Bitcoin at $72,000. I'm going to move on to Bitcoin. We're going to go back to Bitcoin here. We're going to see what Bitcoin could do now that it's in price discovery mode, which means that, it's in uncharted waters here. Where could Bitcoin possibly go? We're about to find out. Okay. Looking at the chart here, we got the daily chart. Oh my God, look at this. Bitcoin just going past the all-time, like I said, the all-time high was about like $69,000 in November of 2021. Okay. We could do a Fibonacci extension using the top here and the bottom here. And the bottom was like 15,500 back in like November or December of 2022 for Bitcoin. So I'm just going to use those levels here, guys, and we're going to see what kind of numbers it's going to spit out here to us. Okay. So here we go from 69,000 down to about 15,500. There we go. And yeah, actually, you know what? That's not what I'm looking for here. All right, we're going to start here from 15,500 again. We'll just do that all over again. 15,500. And we'll just say that's last move here when it made it up to like 48,000. Then it corrected down to about 38,000 in January of 2024. We'll see what those Fibonacci extension levels are giving us here. And right now, it's saying that the first Fibonacci extension level is $72,000. Okay. But the next one would be the 1.382 level of about $85,000. So we could see Bitcoin go up to $85,000 in the next month or two before it wants to take a breather and chill out for a second. But if once it gets past $85,000, it looks like the next Fibonacci extension level puts Bitcoin at $93,000. And that's the 1.618 level. Okay. And, another thing that we can use, because we don't want to just use one specific indicator here, guys. Okay. We want like a confluence of indicators, which we're not going to get much because Bitcoin is, in price discovery mode. But what we can do here is we can use a trend line here to give us an idea. So like, what Bitcoin could possibly do next. And I'm just going to connect some of these lows here. Okay. So these are the lowest prices that Bitcoin has gone up to, and has gone down to. And if we just take that line right there, okay, we can get an idea. And if I just extend the line a little bit more, okay, we can see like where Bitcoin could possibly go if it continues following that trend there. Okay, so if Bitcoin follows this trend line here, sometime around the halving, which is we said about April 19th, we could see Bitcoin maybe around, at the very least, it should be at $76,000. Okay, because this is where if it stays above the trend line, it's going to be at least $76,000 around halving time. Okay, but let's go a little bit further. Let's say like around like the middle of June. Bitcoin should be, if we just follow that trend line here, Bitcoin should be, by the middle of June, Bitcoin should be $99,000, almost 100 grand. That's something to be happy about there, guys. If Bitcoin continues following up that trend line and it doesn't, break down and go below the trend line, we should see Bitcoin stay at, we should see Bitcoin be about at least $100,000 in the middle of June of 2024. So that if Bitcoin actually does that and goes up to 100 grand, I am going to get another bottle. Okay. I'm going to probably get Bitcoin bubbly is what they call it. Bitcoin bubbly. All right. And I'll be popping another champagne bottle once Bitcoin gets up to 100 grand. If you guys can go ahead and tell me in the live chat here, what would you guys do when Bitcoin gets up to $100,000? Are you guys going to pop off a champagne bottle yourself? Are you guys going to buy a car, maybe put a down payment on a house or something like that? Buy a boat? Like, what are your dreams and aspirations? Go ahead and tell us here in the chat here what you guys are going to do when you see Bitcoin get to $100,000. Matter of fact, tell me what you guys are going to do if you see Bitcoin get up to $200,000, because we said that it could possibly go up to $200,000. And the reason why it would go up to $200,000 is because last time when it got past its all-time high of $19,000 back in December of 2020, about a year later in November of 2021, we saw Bitcoin go up to $69,000, which was like pretty much a triple. So I think, Bitcoin could do that again. It could triple in price and go up to $200,000. So tell me what you guys think, Bitcoin, what would you do if Bitcoin goes up to $200,000? And if you guys, aren't in the live stream and you're watching this video for the first time, go ahead and comment, put in the comment section what you guys are going to do when you see Bitcoin get up to $200,000, because that is definitely a possibility here in the future here, guys. Let's talk about some of the other high flyers here. I'm gonna go back to Render. Okay. There's another coin that's done very well. They call it Render, and that is an old coin, and it's affiliated with artificial intelligence. The coin will let people be able to share their GPUs with other people who need to use GPUs, so that way they can use that computer processing power to basically do artificial intelligence, artistic representations, and all that stuff. But in the last 7 days, you can see that Render has gone up 55% here, guys. Okay. And then also just looking at the last month here, Render was trading at $4.65, and now it's trading at $11.50. Okay. And that is about good enough to get you about 148% gain in the last month. Okay. And in the last year, oh my God, Render was trading at about 5 cents, and now it's at $11.50. And that gives you a nice gain, about 29,500%. What a crazy way to make a hell of a lot of money, guys. You guys can make a hell of a lot of money with Render. I want to show you guys another altcoin that's affiliated with artificial intelligence. You might have heard about it, but if you haven't, this one's called Fetch AI. Okay. Let's see. Fetch AI. Fetch.ai. Fetch AI is very similar to Render. It's working off of artificial intelligence. There are cryptos here that do artificial intelligence, and Fetch AI is one of them. And in the last 7 days, Fetch AI, all right, is up 56%. Okay. Matter of fact, back in March 5th of 2024, you could have bought, Fetch AI at $1.75, and now it's up another dollar. It's now trading at $2.71. It got up as high as $3.10 March 9th. Okay. But in the last month, Fetch AI is up 329%. The last year, Fetch AI is up 753%. So yeah. Darren's funny. He's saying that when Bitcoin gets up to 200 grand, Darren's gonna buy a shrimp boat, and he's gonna name it the Jenne. The Jenne. That's good. That's good. That's great. That's good. Jenne. Hey, you know what, Darren? That's actually that could possibly be a cryptocurrency. Okay, the Genne coin. You should see if you can look into starting up a cryptocurrency called the Genne. Oh, hey, I see Jeff made it into the chat. How you doing, Jeff? Hey Jeff, you have any cryptocurrencies you want us to go over? We're kind of doing a Q&A right now. If you want to give me a request here. Yep, yep. Okay. I'm glad to see that you're doing good, bro. Oh, okay, Jeff. Yeah, so Jeff wants to get into talking about XRP. So we're going to talk about XRP here, guys. Okay, and what XRP has done or not done, according to some. And I'll just use CoinMarketCap.com here. We're going to look at XRP. XRP or Ripple, some may call it that. Ripple's having a pretty good day. It's up 19%. Up at it was trading about like 60 cents a few days ago, and now it's trading at 72 cents. It's up 19%. That's pretty decent for an altcoin, at least for one day. The last 7 days, Ripple is only up 11%. In the last month, Ripple is up 37%. So, it's getting there. It's getting somewhere. We've seen crazier gains in other altcoins. But that's not too shabby for about a month's worth of work. And then, about in the last year, looks like Ripple was trading at about 37 cents, and now it's trading at 72 cents. So, if you bought Ripple literally a year ago, you doubled your money. That's pretty not as crazy as the artificial intelligence coins out there. The AI coins are doing some pretty sick gains, being up like 25,000%, turning like, $100 into like 100 grand or something like that. But yeah, just looking at the history here for Ripple, I like looking at the history on the chart to see like where Ripple has been, because it gives me ideas like where Ripple could go. If Ripple was at, looks like it says here about $3 here in February of 2018 and or January 2018, then looks like Ripple could possibly go up to $3 itself. So, if Ripple is able to do that, okay, it has to if it can go to $3, that's basically tripling in price. You'll be able to triple your money with Ripple. But here's what I'm worried about, Jeff. Okay, I'm worried about this previous high that it made. Let's see. Let me zoom in here a little bit. The previous high that Ripple made back in April of 2021, it only got up to about $1.83. Okay, and that worries me, to be honest, because there were people that bought Ripple at $1.80 that have not seen it get up to $1.80. It's been like almost 3 years now, almost. Okay, so whoever bought at $1.60, $1.70, $1.80, they're gonna want to get rid of their Ripple. They're gonna want to break even on their investment, and there's gonna be a lot of selling pressure when Ripple gets up to $1.60, $1.70, $1.80. Okay, but if Ripple can blast through that selling pressure, then we could see Ripple get up to about $3, which is pretty nice, because that you'd be basically tripling your money with Ripple. Yep. All right, let's see. Yep, Jeff. Yep. Jay Clayton, you say it was one of the holders and founders? Okay, yeah, and that's another problem with Ripple, Jeff, is a lot of the founders, the people who created Ripple, they have a bunch of Ripple coin, and anytime the price gets up to like $1.50 or higher, those people, they gotta pay for their houses, their mansions, their yachts, whatever they did. Recently, some of them had to pay for their legal bills. Okay, they've been in a lawsuit with the Security and Exchange Commission in the United States. That costs money, And because it costs them money, they have to then sell their Ripple, which has been suppressing the price of Ripple. So, you know, Ripple's been acting basically like a stable coin at this point. That is, you know, that could be a benefit in itself, but with Ripple being suppressed in price, that's not what a lot of cryptocurrency investors want to be contending up against. Okay, they rather be in those other coins that I mentioned, like we'll go back to Render again. I mean, come on, look at this thing. This thing is making all-time highs, and it's making I mean, look, it started, it's up 29,000%. It started in like September of 2020 at like 5 cents. It got up to as high as $7 in November of 2021 when Bitcoin was at $69,000. Ethereum was at $4,800. All these coins were doing crazy gains. Okay. And yeah, Render came down during the bear market, but now we're back in a bull market, and Render surpassed the price that it was back in 2021 at like $7.40. Now we have Render trading at $11.50, and the sky's the limit. We really don't know how high Render could go. But I will do a Fibonacci extension on Render just to get an idea, so you guys can understand, like, how high could Ripple go, how high Render go. Okay, so let's just do that real quick here, guys. We're going to use Render here on Coinbase. Looks like we don't really have that much data coming off of the Coinbase, but we can still work with this. Looks like it started trading in February of 2024 here. Okay, so we're just going to use from here to here. And then, that's the impulse move. And then we got the correction here. Okay. Actually, you know what? I want to see if I can use Render on another exchange besides Coinbase, because I feel like we need some more data than that. Okay, yeah, this looks better. So okay, so we have Render here. Okay. And I'm just going to use that Fibonacci extension tool one more time here. Looks like January 2023 was the lowest price, and we have the impulse move and then the correction coming down here about roughly $5.71. I got to change that. That wasn't. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so just looking at the Fibonacci extension levels here for Render, we have Render contesting up against the 1.382 level. So Render should see itself at $12.05, which I believe it did back on Saturday. Yeah, Render did get up to about $12.71 on March 9th, which was this past Saturday. Okay. Where could Render go next after that? Well, the 1618 level here is about $13.13. Okay. And then the next level after that is $14.89. That's not really too crazy. Okay. But the next level that I suspect Render could go up to is this 4.236 level here, where we could see Render get up to about $25.15. How fast could it do that? I mean, I think we could see Render do that by the beginning of the summer, probably by June of 2024. To be honest with you guys. Yeah, I see that we have a few more people in the chat. If you guys want to go ahead and say hi and introduce yourself and tell me what kind of altcoin you would like me to discuss. If I don't get any more requests, then I'm gonna go ahead and close out this live stream here. But yeah, we've talked about a few altcoins, and we talked about Bitcoin, and yeah, it's been a really good week for cryptocurrency investors. It's been a good month, a good past year for Bitcoin investors. That's why I'm celebrating here with my champagne. Champagne. Prosecco. Okay, yeah. So Darren has a question here. He's saying, what do you think this week has in store for Ethereum? Well, Darren, this week should be another great week for Ethereum. But there are no guarantees here. The reason why I say it's going to be a great week for Ethereum is because we have let's see, we have an upgrade coming up for Ethereum, and that upgrade is called the Dencun upgrade. And let's see, hopefully you guys can see that. So yeah, it's saying that the Ethereum Dencun upgrade is to be launching in about 2 days here, according to a Cointelegraph. Okay. Yeah. So in about 2 days from now, Darren, Ethereum is going to have an upgrade, and they call it the Dencun upgrade. And what that's going to do here is it's going to help reduce transactions, the transaction fees on Ethereum, so people can use Ethereum and also use the layer 2 Ethereums, the layer 2 coins that are on Ethereum, such as Polygon, Arbitrum. There's a whole bunch of layer 2 altcoins that are out there, okay, that are built upon the Ethereum network. And they're saying that around March 13th is when they're expecting this this upgrade to happen. So I think, with that being said, Ethereum could possibly get up to its all-time high within the next week or two. Maybe next week, I would say, not this week. We might see Ethereum get up to like $4,800 if Bitcoin continues going up in price and all things work out and we get this upgrade with Ethereum. We could see Ethereum go up to about $4,800 probably within the next week. And that's roughly, Ethereum's trading at $4,000 right now. So $4,800 would be what, another 20% move? Yeah, that's possible because look at like Ripple. Ripple went up 20% in one day. A lot of these altcoins, they went up like 20, 30, 40% in one day. So could Ethereum do 20% in 2 weeks? Yeah, of course. We might see Ethereum get up to like $4,800 after March 13th. Okay. And if you read here, Darren, you can see what does Dencun stand for. The name, where does the name come from? The name combines the Cancun upgrade of Ethereum's execution layer and the Denim upgrade of the consensus layer. The first part, Cancun, focuses on improving how transactions are merged and focus on the execution layer, while the second part, Deneb, is aiming to improve the consensus layer, which refers to how the network participants agree on the state of the blockchain. And what I know where they got this name from, Dencun, Cancun was where they last held their meeting when they decided that they're going to do an upgrade. So they took those 3 letters, Kun, okay, from Cancun, and they took the 3 letters from Deneb. They like to the Ethereum developers, they like to use like different stars and planets that are out there. So this time they decided to do the Deneb star system for you nerdy space geeks that are out there. Okay. Deneb is actually a star system out in our Milky Way galaxy. And so they took Deneb and they took Cancun and they call it Dencun. So that's how they came up with the name for the Dencun upgrade. So we have that coming up for Ethereum. Okay. Let's see. What does Darren say? Do you think tax refunds are playing a role in the bull run over the last month? Of course they are, Darren. Of course, people are getting money from their tax refunds and they're using it to buy Bitcoin, buy Ethereum, buy crypto for the very first time if they haven't done it before. If they're experienced cryptocurrency investors, they're probably using their tax refunds to buy more cryptocurrencies. Also, earlier this year we had the Chinese New Year and they like to get gifts for each other. And one of the biggest things to do in China over the last 10 to 15 years is a lot of people have been using, their money. They've been giving Bitcoin as a gift to their family and friends. So that causes Bitcoin to go up in price. Matter of fact, that happens around like the middle of February or like around Valentine's Day. That's why you might have seen Bitcoin go up to like higher prices in around Valentine's Day, because it wasn't really Valentine's Day. It was actually the Chinese New Year that was causing Bitcoin to go up in price. It actually does that like almost every year, to be honest. Even on a bad year, Bitcoin will go up around like Valentine's Day, around like Chinese New Year time. But yeah, with tax refunds, there's also people that have to pay their taxes. So there might be some people who are going to start selling their Bitcoin and crypto to go pay their taxes. But it looks like there's not enough of those people doing that, because the price of Bitcoin is going up. It is going up to like all-time highs, new highs. All right. So Darren is now saying, does this mean that crypto is overinflated? Does this make it riskier than it was 4 months ago? Well, Darren, there's risk in everything. And when things go up, yeah, the risk is that it most likely will go down from if it's already had an impulse move, is what they call it. If it's already gone up high, it's more likely going to go down before it goes back up high again. Okay. So yeah, 4 months ago would have been a better time to buy Bitcoin, like you just asked. 4 months ago? That's like November. I think Bitcoin was trading at about like $30,000-$40,000 at that time. And you now we have $72,000 Bitcoin. So basically 4 months ago, Bitcoin was at half the price. You could have doubled your money if you bought Bitcoin, 4 months ago. So yeah. But I know some people are worried about, did I miss the move on Bitcoin? And to be honest with you, with Bitcoin in price discovery mode, and also having the halving coming up, and what we've seen Bitcoin do in past cycles, it's just getting started. It's going to go probably at least double or triple from here. I'm expecting Bitcoin to go up to at least 150 grand based on what I've seen it done so far. And 200 grand doesn't seem like out of the question either. But if you feel like you missed the move and you need a little bit more return, if you want a little bit more juice, okay, you want to get those gains, okay, I would suggest looking into the altcoins, okay. Ethereum is kind of like almost like Bitcoin. Solana is kind of getting there, just like Bitcoin. Solana is like $150. I think Solana could go up to about $1,000 later on this year, or definitely by next year in 2025. So that's a 10x right there. But and I'm gonna go into Coin Market Cap right here. You're asking about like what could these cryptocurrencies do? Like I said, Bitcoin, I don't expect Bitcoin to go up 10x from here. I don't expect Ethereum to go 10x. That would be nice if it could. Solana could possibly 10x. Ripple, if it gets its act together, it could probably be 10x. Cardano, yeah, Cardano could 10x. Dogecoin trading at 18 cents. Could that 10x? Possibly. I would say it could probably 5x. Dogecoin could probably get up to $1 this time around in the bull market cycle. Shiba Inu, oh my God. I mean, I don't know. I have no idea what Shiba Inu is going to be able to do, because it's already done a lot, but it could probably maybe triple or quadruple from where it is right now. Avalanche, I know Avalanche was at like $147 in the last bull run. So AVAX Avalanche could possibly go back up there. That would be a triple just to get back to where it was before. I think Avalanche could 10x in value as well. Okay. And then the further you go down here, like almost all these coins are going to most likely 10x from here. Okay. And I can go do a deep dive into the charts on TradingView to show you like why, but I'm trying to keep this short and sweet. I know some of my some of my loyal fans here aren't really into the technical analysis here. Unless you guys specifically ask for it, I'm not going to go into the charts. But I can tell you that just about every coin here could possibly 10x from now. This is like throwing darts at a dartboard. A monkey could pick a coin right now, and probably do better than you, as long as they don't sell until a year from now. I think a year from now, almost all these altcoins are going to go up at least 10x for the most part. Some of them won't, but most of them will, is what I'm expecting. That's why I'm officially anointing this altcoin season. All right, so Georgie here has another question here. He's saying, what is the volume of people in this cycle compared to the volume of people from the last cycle? I don't know where to get those statistics off the top of my head right now. I would have to dig deep for that to give you like the exact precise answer about that. But what I do know is there are a lot more cryptocurrency investors now than there was a year ago or 4 years ago. And now we have just about, and I'm glad you asked this question, Georgie, because what we have now with the Bitcoin ETFs, we now have everybody around the world can now invest in Bitcoin, including the banks and insurance companies, pension funds, all these entities that were not able to acquire Bitcoin. They can now acquire Bitcoin, okay, in these Bitcoin ETFs, because they weren't allowed to based on regulations and rules. They could not just go on Coinbase or go on Kraken or Binance and go buy Bitcoin to get exposure to Bitcoin, because it was against their rules and regulations. But they can go in the stock market and buy ETFs, exchange traded funds. So with the Bitcoin ETF, spot ETF, okay, that's pretty important, because we did have a Bitcoin ETF, but it was for the futures contracts. Those Bitcoin ETFs that were in the past weren't really affecting the price of Bitcoin as much. But with the Bitcoin spot ETF, spot being the spot price of Bitcoin, with Bitcoin trading at like, $50,000, $60,000, $70,000, these Bitcoin ETFs, they have to go to Coinbase to buy Bitcoin, and they have to have enough Bitcoin for every person that asks for a Bitcoin in their ETF. Okay, Bitcoin trading at $72,000. If someone gives one of these ETFs $72,000, they're supposed to go to Coinbase, which is their custodian, and they're supposed to buy about $72,000 worth of Bitcoin. So basically about a one Bitcoin. They have to go into Coinbase and get that Bitcoin. And if they go to Coinbase and Coinbase doesn't have that Bitcoin, well, guess what? Prices have to go up. The prices have to go up until somebody on Coinbase is willing to sell their Bitcoin to the person that wants to buy Bitcoin in the Bitcoin ETF. And it doesn't have to be a person. It could be a pension fund. It could be an insurance company. It could be a whole bunch of other entities. So, I'm just giving you the long answer here, but we now have just about everybody participating in this cycle here. That is why some people are now guessing that, Bitcoin could possibly go up to like 500 grand, maybe $1 million. Okay. Here's a little food for thought. If you look at the Bitcoin market cap here, we have a Bitcoin market cap of about $1.4 trillion. Yep, go ahead and read that correctly. $1.4 trillion. Okay. So Bitcoin right now has $1.4 trillion circulating all throughout the world in the Bitcoin ecosystem. Here's something I want you guys to take into consideration. Okay, how much money is in silver all throughout the world? What is the market cap of silver? Because right now Bitcoin is right at it, to be honest with you guys. Matter of fact, I think you could say today alone, Bitcoin now has more money in it than all the silver throughout the entire world. Silver is at $1.389 trillion. That's how much silver is in the world. You know, that's taking the price of silver being about $24 an ounce right now. Okay. I just showed you that Bitcoin is at $1.4 trillion. Bitcoin now has more money in it than it does silver. So the next, what's the next target for Bitcoin? Well, how much is the gold market cap? Okay. Gold is $4.68 trillion. Okay. That's the next target on the back for Bitcoin. Bitcoin now wants to compete against gold. Okay. So if Bitcoin gets up to where gold is, that means Bitcoin has to go up 10x from where it is right now. With Bitcoin trading at $72,000, if Bitcoin gets up to like 700 grand, 730, 740 grand, there'll be more money in Bitcoin than there is in gold all throughout the world. That's something to take into consideration, guys. So if it's possible for gold to have that kind of money in it, then that means it's also possible for Bitcoin to have that. Okay. I think I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream. It's been like almost an hour here, guys. I appreciate you guys coming on the live stream here. If you like this, please go ahead and click the like button. If you haven't subscribed to the channel already, go ahead and subscribe. We're going to be doing more videos like this. Lately, I've been doing live streams just about every Monday at 7 p.m. Okay. So you could probably expect to see me come back here at 7 p.m. Next Monday, and I'll see you guys then. But just keep your eyes open. Sometimes I might do a live stream later on in the week. I might do like a live stream on a Tuesday or Wednesday or a Thursday, and I might go live at like maybe 5 p.m. or 4 p.m. or 3 p.m. But definitely every Monday, 7 p.m. you can expect to see me here if you guys want to set that on your schedule. But yeah, I mean, go ahead and click that subscribe button so you can see that when the next video comes up. And click the notification bell so it lets you know when I actually will be going live so you can see these live streams. And feel free to check out some of my other videos here on the Meet Damien channel, guys. I appreciate you guys coming out on the live stream, and I look forward to doing another one with you guys. And I wish you guys the best success in your cryptocurrency endeavors. And I hope to see you guys soon in the next live stream. Take care.